With LiAngelo Ball's last game in the Winter Showcase, he may actually have an opportunity to join an NBA team in the very near future, and no one is noticing why. Now, of course, LiAngelo Ball just had his last game where he actually had a pretty good stats. Now, this dude dropped 8 points, 2 rebounds, and actually went 2 for 3 from the three-pointer. And I think, in my opinion, with the amount of time he played, being only 15 minutes, these are actually some solid numbers. Now, it's been the current theme that LiAngelo has really not gotten as much playing time as we would like, but there is an actual opportunity for Gelo to get signed to an NBA team. Now, of course, with a lot of NBA G League hoopers actually getting 10-day contracts to play for NBA teams, Gelo is another hooper who, in my eyes, is a prime candidate to get signed by one of these teams. Now, yes, a lot of people think that LiAngelo Ball is being blackballed by the NBA, and a lot of people believe that they do not trust LeVar Ball and really don't like the Ball family one bit. But I think if there was a time for an NBA team to take a chance on this dude, it would be now. Another player in the G League who actually recently got this opportunity to play in the NBA is Mac McClung. Now, many of you know Mac McClung. If you've ever been on YouTube and watched any basketball mixtapes, he actually got the opportunity to go ahead and sign a 10-day contract from the Bulls, leaving the Lakers to go play. And in my opinion, with how good LiAngelo Ball has been playing these recent games, especially with limited minutes, I see an NBA team taking a chance on him very soon. Now, LiAngelo Ball is one of those players who plays best when there's more pressure on him, and this Winter Showcase really gave him an opportunity to go out there and show scouts that he is ready for the next level. Now, this comment actually said, dude gets barely any game time, but always is ready and produces when they put him in. Sheesh, enough already, sign the man. And I think this is the biggest theme that we have seen with Gelo. He doesn't get a lot of playing time, but when he does finally get a chance to be in these games, he shows what he's made of and shows that he deserves a spot in the NBA. Honestly, the best games that he has are really when there's more pressure on him. If you think about any debut game that Gelo has had, he's produced, and when all eyes are on him, this dude honestly plays better with the bigger and brighter lights, and I think that is just a reflection of how solid of a hooper he really is, and shows you that he's hungry to make it to the next level. Now, of course, with things spreading, all LaMelo Ball family fans would love to see Gelo and Melo finally get an opportunity to play together, but in my opinion, that may not actually happen. I think it's much more probable that Gelo would actually sign to a different team than specifically signing to the Charlotte Hornets. Now, really depending on how safety protocols do happen with certain NBA teams, Gelo again has an excellent opportunity and must stay ready like he currently is to be able to capitalize off one of these call-ups where an NBA team finally takes a chance on this dude and he is ready to shine. Now, talking about him being able to play with the big spotlights, really always showing up to games when the pressure is on him, I think that's the exact type of player you need to be when making that transition and showing people your worth, that you're ready for the NBA. And if he does eventually sign some type of 10-day contract, I think this would be excellent for him, because since he's always ready, and regardless of the amount of playing time you give him, he's ready to go out there and get buckets and impact the game, assists, rebounds, whatever the team needs, he will do. And that's why I think soon enough we're going to see this dude with an official NBA jersey, and he's just gonna go out there and make things happen. Now, LiAngelo is the type of player to take super high quality shots, and look at this most recent game.
Pluck him. That's why. Ball. Bucket.
Did I just call that? He just checked in the game. Instant offense off the bench.
Luka was begging for it, got it a bit late, but Ball open, Ball buckets again.
And another one.
LiAngelo Ball.
Now, Gelo clearly is the type of hooper who's always ready to shoot. And what do we call those? Snipers. Gelo is always ready to go in. And again, it can be very demoralizing when you don't get that type of playing time. And really, coaches are not giving you the right of way that you believe. With the type of high quality plays that he has currently had, the coaching staff just still seems to not really give him the PT that he does deserve. Now, this guy is super productive and very efficient whenever he does get on the court. Imagine you not getting any playing time, but only getting put in for a few minutes. And when you do, you're able to knock down threes at any given time. It really makes a difference for sure whenever we talk about winning games and making a solid impact on the court. And that's what LiAngelo Ball does. Now, even in the most recent game, this dude was also going down low and not afraid to play defense against big men and really going out and putting his heart on the floor, and only getting 15 minutes. I have to applaud him for the effort and really the solid performance with a super high shooting percentage. Now, what does a super high shooting percentage truly show? It shows a player that has a high IQ, and that's another huge factor into moving forward playing in the actual NBA. If you have a high IQ and know when to take high quality shots, this is going to help you tremendously, because when you get to the next level, odds are you are not going to be the best scorer. But it's all about what you can do, having that IQ to get your teammates involved, get rebounds, put the ball up at the proper time, and this for sure eventually will earn you a spot on an NBA team. Now, some even believe Gelo should leave the G League altogether and try and play overseas. And in my opinion, I think this is a horrible idea. Now, if you know anything about the G League, you know that this is your gateway and the closest you'll get to be able to make the NBA. Yes, there are players who play overseas and make it to the NBA, but in terms of level of difficulty, it would be much easier for LiAngelo Ball to make that transition from the G League to the NBA than overseas to the NBA. And you want to be on a squad where you can grow and learn things from other people. And I think right now, him working so hard to be able to even have a roster spot on the Greensboro Swarm, it only makes sense for Gelo to continue to persist, and eventually we see that day where he's finally signed on an NBA team. Now, only time will tell, but man, free Gelo, and hopefully we see this dude on an NBA squad. Now, clicking the video on the screen would help my channel a ton. And this is LNH bringing you the best basketball content on YouTube, and I'm out.